For 2 years, the Pokemon X and Y anime series always had something for their fans to look forward to. Whether it be Pokemon battles or Tri-Pokelons, from the animation to the characters, there are so many episodes that could be considered some of the best. So sit back, relax, and enjoy as we count down our top 5 picks for the best X and Y anime episodes. What is going on, guys? TASOfficial here, bringing you guys a brand new segment to the channel that I like to call Top 5. And today with me doing this brand new segment is...
Hey guys, you just talked about it here.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Alpha.
And let's get started. So our top 5 topic for today is top 5 best X and Y episodes for the series, excluding the X and Y and Z anime series. So let's get started. Number 5, episode 93, All Eyes on the Future.
Yeah, so overall, this battle was a really great one, just like any other gym battle that's been treated within the X and Y series. But what's most unique about this one is that it's a double battle, and we haven't seen that since back in the MS Generation series, where Ash got to face Tate and Lisa. So seeing this again, it felt great, and I'm glad that they managed to handle this properly. Frogadier and Talonflame did bring out their best in the battlefield, battling against those two Meowsticks with their future sights, and Pikachu did play a good role within the gym battle. And of course, it was also a great way to end off the last episode for the X and Y series. So yeah, that's just my take on it.
And yeah, for me personally, this is my favorite gym battle for a lot of reasons. Like, for one thing, the fact that it's a double battle, I think this showed the potential that a double battle could have in the show. It showed that two Pokemon can work really well together. That goes for Olympia's Meowstic, that goes for Talonflame and Frogadier. I thought they worked really well together. I really liked the strategy with Pikachu, which I don't think was cheating, but some people do, but whatever. I thought it was really cool. And yeah, like you said, I thought it was an excellent way to end off the XY portion of the saga. It was really exciting all the way through, and it was a good lead up to X, Y, and Z, and yeah, really liked it.
You guys basically said everything for my reasons as to why this was a great episode overall and why it's number 5. The tag battle itself, like DG said, was a definition of what a tag battle at its fullest potential. At everything, it had communication, it had those serious moments as to, like, we all thought Ash would be losing, but at the end he prevailed. But yeah, this episode was good overall when it came to its battle portion, and you know, we were left off in a cliffhanger as to what was to come for the X and Y and Z anime. So it ended off the series on a good note, and this is why it's number 5. Number 4, episode 7, Giving Chase at the RHYHORN race.
Okay, so this episode was the reason it deserved on our top spot is because not because of the Amourshipping hints and whatnot. Yes, it had a great amount, and it was a great episode for Amourshhippers out there. But we've also got development for Ash and Serena. Now, one of the few things that I like about this episode is, of course, how Ash and Serena met, because before that we didn't know how they met, and now we got more information regarding that. And we've also got introduced to this whole concept of RHYHORN racing, which, mind you, I would love to see more of, hopefully within the near future. But yeah, just having Ash and Serena cooperate with one another in regards to RHYHORN racing, I think it was a really well handled episode. And it's like I said before, I hope that we get to see more RHYHORN racing, because I would be interested to see just one more they could bring out of this this kind of sport.
If somebody were to ask me what makes a good X and Y episode, I would give them this episode title. This episode had everything in a Pokemon fan would dream of. First off, we got a flashback of Ash as a little kid, and we rarely get flashbacks as to what Ash did before he became what he is now, a Pokemon trainer. Second, we also got brand new information that he recently met that Pokegirl trainer, Serena, previously in a summer camp, and that was a surprise to all fans out there, as we all thought that Misty was the first Pokegirl that he ever met, but that wasn't the case for this episode. Not to mention that we were actually introduced to we were actually introduced as to what Serena did before she traveled with the gang. So she explained how she was a RHYHORN racer, how she was an expert at it, and teaching us how to RHYHORN race. It had its funny moments. It also had its Amourshipping moments, which fans enjoyed as well. And I thought, and to me, I think this is like the point where Amourshipping really began. So this is a reason why this is part of the top 5 episodes. It had everything an episode needed: flashbacks, funny moments, serious moments, and of course your more shipping moments.
Yes, for me, this episode is really special in a lot of ways. For one thing, this is the episode where Serena finally joined the group, which means this is the first episode where we get the entire XY family together. And I love the four of them so much, so it's finally good to see them together and kind of setting a course for how the rest of the series is going to go. And also, of course, the flashback scene in the middle with the Ash and Serena at Professor Oak's summer camp. I thought it was really sweet and nice, and I liked how it showed how they actually finally met. And then, of course, the actual plot showing Serena's a RHYHORN racer and Ash doing the race. I thought it was all really exciting. I thought this was a great episode for Serena and the group, and yeah, that's why I think it deserves to be on the list.
Number 3, episode 64, Battling with Elegance and a Big Smile.
Okay, so this episode was a really great development episode for Serena. Now, of course, this is one of the few episodes where we got to see Serena practice for her next chance after her humiliating defeat on her first Tripocolon, and having Arya there just helps a lot in regards to Serena's development. Honestly, I'm really happy that she got in this episode. And regarding Arya, I thought she would have a bit of a negative personality outside of the Tripocolons, but she turned out to be a really great character. And as a matter of fact, she's now one of my favorite characters within the XY series. So, without Arya, this episode wouldn't feel. In other words, without Arya, this episode wouldn't make the top list. And having breaks involved and whatnot, it was a great episode overall.
Yeah, for me, I really enjoy this episode because it takes place relatively close after Serena's loss at her first Tripocolon, and we start out by seeing Serena being angry with Finnegan and Pancham, and it shows a side of Serena we don't really get to see very much. She's angry and she's stressed out and she wants to get better. So her getting introduced to Arya in this episode, I thought it was very good development for her, as she taught her how to be better at performing and how to have a better bond with their Pokemon. And of course, that shows in Fennekin's evolution of Braixen. I thought that was really well handled. And this entire episode, just seeing those two interact, it was really good. I thought it was great development. And also, we were introduced to Sawyer for the first time, even though it was a little bit of not much of a scene. But yeah. Great episode.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. The interactions between Arya and Serena is what did it, and that's why we agreed on for this episode to be in our top 5 list. The interactions between Arya and Serena were something that fans have not really seen in the Pokemon series, more so just the 2 female Poke trainers, just interacting with one another as if it was a casual day without any Pokemon out there. But the real reason why we put this episode here was mostly because of how much development Serena had throughout this entire episode. And overall, with with Fennekin evolving and with the interaction between Arya and Serena happening, this is why it's number 3 in our top 5 list. Number 2, episode 80, Performing with Fiery Charm.
This episode is great because it's Serena's second Tripocolon, and after her first loss at the first Tripocolon, this is pretty much her comeback episode, and this is Serena building her confidence back up and showing that she can accomplish it. And it shows the most like at the very end of the episode where she wins. She's very happy with herself, and she's nervous at the same time whether she's going to win or not. But finally she triumphs, and it's a really good moment for her. And of course we have Miette returning, which we weren't sure if that was even going to happen due to the situation with her previous voice actress. but she returned again in this one, and she was just as great as ever. Great rival character for Serena. Great and worshipping moments. This was a fantastic episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with everything you said there. If you guys remember from my reaction to this episode, I just lost it. After Serena winning her first Tri-Pokemon, it was just amazing to see how a character like this, who had no idea what she wanted to do from the beginning of the series, to now winning a huge event like her second Tri-Pokemon. So it was just great to see Serena win her first Tri-Pokemon key. Mieti there as well. It was good to see all the moments, with Mieti teasing Serena about Ash. Hashtag Amourshipping, hashtag Bonnie knows. That's when we were introduced to Bonnie knowing as well. So there was just so many great moments in this episode. The performance was beautifully animated. The contestants were colorful to look at. We got to see everybody's performance. Mieti's and Jesse's were great to watch as well. And overall, it was just great to see, finally, like I said before, a character who had no idea what she wanted to do in the beginning to now finally taking one step closer to what she wants to become, Kalos Queen. So yeah, this is why we put it in the top 5 list, number 2.
From the animation, from the character development, from the animations, this episode overall was really well handled. And one of the biggest shocker of them all was none other than Miette, because if you guys remember, Miette's original voice actor retired, or supposedly left, and couldn't voice Miette anymore. But somehow they managed to bring another voice actor to voice Miette and managed to make her comeback, which makes me happy personally, and a lot of people happy, because that does confirm that Miette will be a rival for Serena. And regarding this whole Tri-Pokemon, it was a really great comeback for Serena, and showing just how much she's learned from her mistakes, just how much her practices have benefited for her and her team. And of course, the Tri-Pokemon stages was really well colorful, animated, and whatnot. It was just really great overall. And of course, this episode does deserve to go on the top 5 list.
Number 1, episode 60, a showcase debut.
So I'm sure this isn't much of a surprise to many people who've watched the show. I know a lot of people hold this episode in high regard, and so do we, and for good reason. As we mentioned before in the previous number, this is Serena's first Tri-Pokemon here, and she loses it in a pretty dramatic way. And of course, we have the emotional scene with her breaking down later near the docks. I think it's one of my favorite scenes in the series as a whole, just because it was handled very well. But it shows that Serena isn't going to give up. She's going to keep going and living for her dream. And it also shows a major change in her design, which is an unprecedented feat in the Pokemon series. This is our number 1 episode. I'm sure many of the people are going to agree with us on this one. But great stuff.
Not only do we get to see a huge change in a character's way at looking at things, but we also got to see a design change. And when that happens, something major has to happen in order for that to happen. And, her losing her first Tri-Pokemon after, her finally deciding, I want to become Kalos Queen, this is what I want to do. Just seeing her handle this, her first major loss towards her dream to becoming Kalos Queen, it was very saddening, but at the same time, too, it was also as though this was a new take in Serena. This was a fresh start for her. That's the reason why she cut her hair. This was a brand new character, Serena 2.0 as people call her. And, it was just great to see that, because now we got to see, we never seen such character development in the Pokemon series. And this episode, I'm pretty sure everybody, had no idea this would be happening. Her cutting her hair, huge design change and all that. Everything from the Tri-Pokemon itself to Ash saying that, Serena is strong. This episode just did it. It did it for me. It did it for everybody else. It was a saddening episode, but also an episode where it was a brand new beginning for a character that everybody loves and adores. So this is why this is number 1 in our top 5 list.
Now, when we were getting into this episode, the hype train was into full steam, and by the time we watched this episode, we basically ended up in a train wreck, because in my personal opinion, this episode blew me away in so many unexpected ways. I was hoping for a really good episode, and this episode turned out beyond better than what I imagined. From Serena has went through so much character development, and you know, prior to this episode, Serena didn't know what to do, and she came up to the realization that she wants to become a Pokemon performer, and she's been practicing so much for this moment, only for something unintentional, you know, just to end Serena's debut just like that. And the way the writers handled the music, and of course some of the other performers and the X and Y gang as well, it was really well handled. And I've got to say, this really was my favorite episode so far to date. It's gonna be hard to have another episode top that, but yeah, this episode definitely deserves the #1 spot on the top 5.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys agree with our top 5 list. If you don't, in the comments below, let us know what is your top 5 for the X and Y anime series, and let us know why. What episode on your #1 list did it for you? So hopefully you enjoyed this top 5.
Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and just so you guys know, this is a list based off of our opinions. Some of you may agree, some of you may not agree, but just so you guys know, we don't want any hate within the comment section down below, only because you guys think like, oh, why didn't you guys pick this episode, or why didn't you choose this? So whatever episode you're thinking of, we had it under consideration but didn't make the cut, so hopefully you guys understand.
Trust me guys, it took us a long time to figure out what top 5 episodes should be put onto this list. I mean, the topic itself, it's pretty big, and if we're gonna name a top 5 list, these episodes have to absolutely hit every key point to be on the list. So
Blood was shed and punches were thrown as we tried to come up with this list.
exactly.
We had to rip each other's hair because of that.
I fought for rights for some episodes, but they didn't make the cut, as everybody else did in this top 5 discussion. So
You can basically say that there was blood. You can say that.
yeah.
Blood.
Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed our top 5. Let us know. Do you guys like this segment? Do you guys want us to continue this new segment? We put a lot of thought and effort into coming up with this list, and hopefully you guys do agree with our list. This has been TASOfficial, and today helping me out with this new segment is...
Bye guys, I've been DJ Sock Puppet, and I'll see you in another time.
Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is RHYHORN.
And I'll see you guys in whatever video we make next. Talk to you guys later.